Here comes the nasty gram.
Send a priest to save my soul, forget it.
Welcome back to the Nastagram D&D podcast. This is the Halloween 2025 special Rot on the Vine, episode 2.
Feeling it too hard is the poison to the heart of a cynic.
A dark leather ball skitters across the grass as children's voices call out. The sun has recently set, and the faint light of dusk is joined by a quarter moon rising just above the trees of the forest on the horizon. A young boy runs over to the ball, picking it up as it rolls just before it reaches some sparse brush at the edge of the field. The boy turns and hucks it overhand, and several children shout and race to catch it. The boy looks down, kicking his leg away from the brush as he feels his trousers catch on some briars. He takes a few steps forward, readying as the ball comes flying back through the air. The ball skips from his reaching hands and slides along the ground. He curses under his breath and turns to chase it as a woman's voice pierces the night. "Kids, get in here this instant! I told you no playing after the sun's gone now!" The boy looks as the ball rolls along the grass, coming to rest against a short, dead pine. He takes a step towards it and hears, "Gain! I see you! Get the heck inside this house or by the gods I'll whip your hide!" His head swivels to his mother's call and then reflexively back to the ball. He frowns to himself as he tries to catch sight of the ball amongst the dried, dead branches of the short trees all around his feet. He jumps back, tearing his leg free as his pants catch on a shrub he somehow missed, seeing right behind him. He turns and runs towards the house wildly, increasing in speed. He reaches the porch, his mother swatting him chidingly with a broom as he gets ready to follow his siblings back inside. He takes one last look back across the yard and casts a confused look at the ball reflecting in the soft moonlight as it sits exposed on the grass. The shrubs along the forest edge sway with the breeze he doesn't feel as he shudders and heads into the house. Welcome back to the Nastagram D&D podcast for our Halloween special.
Ooh. Spooky.
Much better. Mm-hmm. I am Josh. I will be your spooky dungeon master, and I'm joined by...
Hey, this is Jake, and I'm playing Sir Valen, the scariest thing, an old white man.
Oh, a religious old white man.
Oh, yeah, a priest.
How are you not the BBG?
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Don't ruin it. We pull off the mask and it's...
I did already say that I dabbled in necromancy.
Yeah, right.
If it wasn't for you meddling adventurers.
We thought that was like just neck skin. It's not.
Yeah.
It is a mask.
Hey, folks. Dan here playing Kendry Valford, the wizard blade singer.
Hey, everyone. As John, I am playing Malik, the tiefling warlock rogue.
Hey, it's Ryan. I'll be Sir Keegan Palladino, the vegan paladin.
What's good, fam? Matt here playing Tommy Pickering, the half-elf bard rogue.
Is that an oath? The vegan oath?
It is.
That's gotta be
Half
tough.
of the vegan.
Devoted.
And then you eat meat and you
I
have
love
to,
that.
You're
I love that
breaker.
you're going to have to fight trees and break your oath.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
The first part of the oath is that you have to tell everyone you meet about the oath. It's like the opposite of Fight Club. All right. Welcome back to the village of Brianka. You guys arrived yesterday after being sent from the Lord of Kolos to assist this community in dealing with some sort of affliction, blight, something nefarious that seems to be going on in the vines and woods of Brianka and its surroundings. You just spent a fairly comfortable night at the Blessed Bounty, met a few locals, including Lubor and his son Naden, who claim to have fought skeletons at the Tower of the Necromancer right out of town, which was news to you guys that it even existed. And Sir Keegan had a unusual nocturnal encounter. We'll say it's morning time, early morning. You guys are kind of coming down from your rooms, and you see Bodhi is already down there. He's eating on one of the small tables off on the side. And he kind of looks up and nods as you all come down.
I was already outside doing Tai Chi and examining where I thought the trees were.
Do you have investigation or survival?
No, but I have nature.
Give me a nature roll.
12.
Okay. What you can tell is that the earth is disturbed, but no trees were growing here. Like it's
Nothing was uprooted or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
The earth has been disturbed, but it's not like enough to justify, like if someone came and ripped out they were like little 4 foot tall, kind of, there was these 2 dead pine trees.
Almost more like tracks than.
Yes.
Okay.
And you kind of lose sight of it pretty quickly, but yeah, you don't think 2 trees were growing here is the odd thing you come to. You return from your morning
Exercise.
Exercise.
My rituals, yes.
the second oath. You also have to tell everybody you did this.
Vigor.
And you guys come in. Darva's bringing you guys out some oatmeal and some cooked eggs and ham.
I take a empty bowl.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who drank wine last night?
Malik did.
It was just Malik and Kendry.
Mhm.
And Malik, you drank Brianna's bubbles, yeah?
And I drank Tommy's
Dessert wine.
dessert wine.
Dessert wine. Until the end of your next long rest, you have +1 to initiative and +1 to perception.
Hell yeah.
Dope.
Dan, Kendry, you drank which one? Do you
Golden.
remember? Galini's gold, that's right. You have resistance to poison damage and advantage versus saves against poison and disease.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Okay.
That was a better
Good
wine.
ass one.
Obviously, you don't necessarily know exactly like a mechanical thing,
Yeah.
but you both feel something. John, you just feel like heightened,
Yeah.
alert, like really like you wake up and you are
Ready to
awake,
go,
like
yeah.
no drowsiness.
Yeah.
Like you wake up.
Little bump.
And Dan, you just feel kind of vigorous.
Yeah.
You just feel healthy, kind of connected, very aware of your body. And yeah, you kind of convene down in the tavern room.
I fill a small bowl with water, and I start saying a prayer, and I walk around the table, and I hold the bowl above all of our food and drinks and everything. I'm casting Detect Poison and Disease.
Okay.
Malik was like going in to start eating and sees you like walking around with a bowl.
So for the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poison, poisonous creatures, and disease within 30 feet of you. You can identify any kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case.
Okay. You do not detect anything within your
Okay.
range.
Yeah.
Do you have like a sensor, like as you're doing this?
I imagine that the water probably like turns cloudy or something.
CNSOR.
Yeah. But the water stays clear as I pass it over all of the food on the table. And I look to Tommy, because I know he didn't eat anything last night.
Mhm.
Right? And I say, this food is safe.
Oh, thank God. And Tommy starts eating.
Your greatest fear was having to eat more of the vegan food. Bodhi stands up from his table, kind of wipes his mouth and pushes his plate over, nods and thanks Darva. Comes over and says, "You're all up early. I should have expected. Please, I won't interrupt your breakfast. Would you like your horses readied, or I tend to travel on foot mostly around the village. You can get around on horse.
Exercise is important.
Does Bodhi have any diseases?
He does not.
I think we'll need the horses in the late morning, afternoon.
Yes.
Very well. Please break your fast, and I'll be ready when you'd like to discuss more, or I can sit with you now."
Kendry kind of waves at him from across the room. As he's leaving, he says, "Bodhi, How far is the ride to the necromancer's tower?
He kind of looks at you and he just kind of nods his head, smiles a little bit. It's 4 hours, maybe.
We leave by just before noon then.
We wouldn't want to arrive after dark.
Of course not.
He kind of had dismissed Bodhi and addressed the group like standing next to the table
Okay.
as like just trying not to overtly,
Sure.
say what we're doing.
He says, I'll be back shortly.
He runs.
You look out the window.
Malik quickly finishes their meal and looks at Tommy. Shall we?
Oh, yeah. Sure. He'll grab an egg, stick it in his pocket.
That's weird.
He didn't eat yesterday.
There's some hard-boiled eggs.
Like a scrambled egg.
I was thinking more like Sunny.
Pours it into his pocket.
There are some hard-boiled eggs, like in a bowl, and then some like cooked fried eggs with a ham.
Yeah.
So tell me, you guys did have kind of a plan. What, and then of course, classic split the party. What are we doing?
So Malik and Tommy are going to see what reaction there is from Bodhi learning that we're going to go visit the necromancer. And I believe the other three are going to go check out Rostock's farm and see if there's any signs of anything there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And we haven't been told yet about these disappearing trees yet. Yeah.
No, we haven't. Yeah. I was going to ask Bodhi, but he ran off so fast.
You can,
Yeah.
Bodhi, have you ever turned into a tree?
you can grab him if you want before he.
Actually, you know what? I need to go up to the bar anyway and ask for a cauldron of water.
Unbelievable.
Is it
Actually,
Darva?
as you go to bring it out,
Spits in it.
Already there. Yeah.
Desimir is walking out with it and not smiling, and he sets it down in front of you, fresh from the river.
Thank you.
Good, sir.
You know what I like. Thank you. Quick query for you though. In all the oddness that's been going on around here, has anyone seen walking plant life?
Walking plant life.
Or just moving on. I went out and used your outside laboratory last night. Well made, by the way. And
Stood up to the test.
while I was out there, I saw two small, probably deadish looking trees on the way in. And I heard some scuffling noises, and then on the way out, they were gone. Not uprooted, just gone. I'm assuming that, perhaps my eyes deceived me, but I don't think that was the case.
We have no trees against the blessed bounty. Walking trees.
Small pines, like scrubs.
I can't say that I've seen anything of that nature. He looks like genuinely like kind of confused. But,
It's what I thought. This is quite peculiar. Thank you.
he turns, walks back to the kitchen. Malik and Tommy, you guys kind of hurried out.
Yeah. How many of the traders were there from yesterday?
There was two that were staying here. They haven't come down yet.
Okay. As we step outside, Malik casts disguise self as one of the traders.
Okay. You come out and you actually see, you look off and you see Bodhi. It looks like he's at the stables, like at the base of the chateau. Everything's kind of like where you come into the town across that bridge, sort of a kind of open area. There are a couple wagons there. And then a lot of the kind of that inn, the blacksmith, a few shops are kind of all circled around, and then it leads up to the manor. So that's kind of almost like a town square.
Yeah.
And then the buildings kind of continue along the riverbank and then along the sides of the chateau. And you see Bodhi at the stables. He's talking to like one of the stable boys, and then he turns and walks up the steps of the chateau.
Follow.
Yeah.
Stealthily.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of separate from Tommy because we're in different parties.
Sure. What's your intent? Are you going to go in? Are you trying to sneak into the chateau?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's trying to follow Bodhi. If he sees that he's going to go inside, then I'll cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. He does go inside.
Then
Give me a stealth roll with advantage.
Malik's going to stay outside and pay attention to the stable hand and be like in that area, kind of observing, see if anything moves, if anyone.
It looks like he goes over and he's feeding the horses. It looks like he was potentially going to get your horses ready to ride, and he kind of brings them back to their stalls and ties them up. Kind of takes one out at a time, grazing them, and seems like just going about a routine.
Yep.
What did you get, Matt?
dirty 20.
Okay. You don't get any reaction. He opens the door and kind of steps in, and you slip in like right behind him. He kind of shouts up, "Father," and shuts the door behind him as you stepped in. You see Peter Voloshin. He walks down and looks like he was just shaving. He has a goatee speckled with gray. He says, "I thought you'd be down seeing to our help, to the heroes from Kolos." I was, Father. They said they want to go to the tower. You see Peter kind of, he grimaces a little. He says, "Yes, I would have expected that. I wonder if Lubor was," and Bodhi nods as he said it. He says, "Lubor and his son, they were in the bounty last night." Peter says, "Well, it's to be expected. We will trust their judgment. They are seasoned. I have a good feeling about them." He says, "Yes, Father. And do you want me to accompany them?" He says, "Yes. Follow their lead. Do not cause any trouble untowards." He says, "Of course, Father." All right. See to it. And he turns to leave.
Does Peter seem relieved or like annoyed that we're going to the necromancer?
Give me an insight roll.
Natural 18, so 25.
He seems, let me try to find the right word, resigned. A touch of disappointment, but not unexpected. Like if something you weren't looking forward to, but were not surprised by were to happen.
Okay.
Back in the tavern, the three of you guys finishing up your breakfast. Darva clears your plates, asks if you'd like anything else. How are you all feeling this morning?
Feeling refreshed after a long ride here from Kolos.
Good.
The beds were quite comfortable.
I hope you feel the blessings of our bounty.
Could you...
Kendry nods slowly at that, like reading into it based on how he feels.
Yep.
Could you direct us to the home of the shepherd Rostock?
Yes. He is in... There's two farmhouses that are just past the eastern edge of the village. It is the one on the north side of the road. Reyna, his wife, is there. She may be there. And hopefully I believe her brother might be staying with her as well. Since Rostock, she just kind of stops.
I nod. Shall we?
Maybe we ask. He turns and addresses Darva. Rather than ask the family, do you know how he died? What were the wounds? Or has he disappeared?
We hope he's not dead. He went out. I heard he went out with his dogs and wasn't seen.
And Bodhi, found no trail.
You'd have to ask him.
He puts up his hand, kind of acquiescing, knowing that he's asking questions she can't answer, and he stands.
Please be careful, but thank you for what you're doing here. Bodhi is walking. He left the chateau. Matt, is Tommy, does he go back out with him or does he stay?
I think he stays.
Okay.
And I think he follows Peter.
Okay.
Malik's going to try to catch his tail and try to slyly follow Bodhi.
Bodhi?
Yeah.
It looks like he's going back to the Blessed Bounty.
All right.
Yep. so you kind of, you know, look.
He gets there and you're there.
Yeah, he looks like he was like the trader was like admiring the view of the beautiful valley or whatever, and then kind of
all right.
collects himself.
You know what wagon they came in on. You saw them at one point go back out, so you kind of like are walking over just casually, and he just kind of nods in passing, not paying you much attention, and goes up to the inn. Tommy follows Peter. He walks through the chateau and out the kind of to the east, and it leads to that biggest stone barn where they were unloading a bunch of stuff yesterday, unloading those grapes, and you kind of follow him, you know, keeping somewhat close, and you get out there, and there's about a half dozen people at work, and it looks like his wife is out there kind of directing things. It looks like they're crushing grapes. They are working a harvest. I can get deep into the details of this process.
Not gonna lie, I only just pictured the newswoman who falls out of the barrel.
Oh, it looks like she's pretty hurt. I hope she's okay. But Kadia's, you know, she's kind of giving some direction here or there, and Peter walks out, and she comes over. She's in that same kind of stained smock, a new one with fresh stains, used to getting her hands dirty, and she comes over, gives him a kiss, and they start talking, and you're listening to them, and Peter says, Bodhi's off to see to the heroes from Kolos. She says, let me guess. And he nods. He says, yeah, I think Lubor and his boy were at the bounty. They're already making for the tower, or plan to today. And she says, well, you know, have to trust in them. If it is possible that he is to blame for this.
The lack of conspiracy is boring, Josh. Plot. They should be plotting.
Peter says, I don't believe it, but if it is, we'll see what they turn up. I hope it doesn't turn out worse than it should. The older man, the priest, seems like he has a good head on his shoulders. I just have to hope they don't rush to judgment.
Meanwhile, I'm cutting his head off.
Bodhi walks back into the bounty. You guys are maybe like about to make your way out. You guys were finishing up and leaving. So he kind of comes up as you're ready to leave, and he says, all right, well, where to?
We were thinking we would start with the shepherd's home and then head north from there to where Alina, I believe her name was, where she disappeared.
That was, yes, Rostock was most recent. Alina before her, and Sven first.
And then further north from there to Sven.
I can take you along the way.
Tell me, as we walk, if you know, Alina was collecting samples, checking the crop.
Yeah, she trains under my mother. She's got a gift for it. She's trying to find where things were spreading and occurring in the vineyard, and what might be salvageable and what must be isolated.
When blight is found, do you need to destroy the crop?
That's what we tried to start with. My mother's, despite my family's upbringing and training, I never took to it well. But from what I understand, they tried to cut out everything that first appeared, and instead of sprouting back up where they cut it, it would appear in different places and in different signs, and it was quick. There was one time I was actually on the way back from searching for Alina. We came back, and there was a patch of vines, a route I usually take heading out that way. I know on my way out the vines were alive. When I came back, they didn't just look bad, they were dead. Brown. I reached out, and the canes just broke in my hand. Like how it feels after a hard freeze.
The life has been drained from them.
Yeah, It doesn't make any sense.
How long does it take to cultivate a new vine? To bring it to the maturity so it may bear fruit?
Within 5 years, you get a good crop off it. But Mother says it's a score to start. She thinks the best vintages a vine needs to have 20 seasons under it.
20 seasons.
I don't have, maybe it's the patience that I lack. I can stalk an animal for hours, but to wait 20 years for a vine to grow.
I say, you're a good hunter?
Fair.
Tell me more about what the necromancer buys from your family.
The wizard, necromancer, he buys some of the best wines we make, and some other provisions, general foodstuffs. Occasionally he has requests for certain things. Sometimes are waiting for him on the next trip. Some stranger requests. I'm not exactly sure. I don't
He needs it for his machine. God.
I don't deal with it myself. You guys are walking along the road to the east.
Does this wizard have a name?
I don't know.
We'll just call him Mr. Wizard then, I guess.
My father just calls him the wizard.
How does he pay?
Well, mostly coin, gems as well. The wines he selects are very expensive. Some of the same vintages that go to the noble family in Vragos.
Coins and gems. Have you seen these coins? Are they minted in Nestia?
I haven't seen them myself. No, I don't.
If this wizard is an ally, why not reach out to him?
Father's asked that we keep our distance. He's not an ally. He's
A customer.
a neighbor, is what my father says.
Well, if he is here because he is buying goods from you, then this problem is his problem as well.
Meanwhile, Tommy and Malik. Tommy, are you... The conversation inside kind of turns to...
Mundane.
Peter starts asking about the harvest and about what they found. She talks about having found some more blight in different parts of the vineyard. Some vines turned to vinegar, some more vines dead, talking about what they're doing to, deal with it. Fairly mundane in nature, but dour. It sounds like it's continuing not to spread, to kind of pop up. And they sort of go through the details of it. You get also from their discussions, he sounds like he knows more about the farming side of it, and she's more like the winemaking side of it. So they kind of talk back and forth, and it gets kind of technical too.
Okay. I think once they start getting into
It's all code. It's all code, man.
I mean, he's not smart enough to understand that. But what he is smart enough to know is that there may be some form of correspondence that either Peter or Katya have made with other people. So I think he's going to head back into the house and start poking around in like paperwork, offices, do some roguey stuff, and see if he can find anything, letters from a wizard to, you know what I mean? Anything that could look that way.
Find the wizard.
Yeah.
Find the wizard.
From a letter that says from the wizard.
Wizards have very meticulous penmanship.
Yes.
I would say
Very fancy.
I kind of think it'd be more of like a doctor where it's just like
you can't read it.
scrolls. Yeah.
give me a investigation. And meanwhile, Malik,
Yep.
you see Bodhi walk back
walking
out
with
with
him.
3 of your companions.
Yep.
Looks like they're turning to the east.
At this point, there's no real reason to follow Bodhi. So he kind of goes around a corner, drops disguise self, and kind of runs to catch up to the group.
Okay. As you catch up, Bodhi kind of turns and then...
Oh, Josh, I probably also told Darva and Decimir, our plan in case they came back to the tavern.
Okay.
where we were going to go,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
in order.
All right. And Bodhi kind of he kind of like shakes his head like at himself as if he's annoyed, and he says, "I'm sorry. Your other companions. Do you want to wait for them?"
Right here. And Tommy, I think you went to go for a stroll.
Oh, very well. To Rostock's.
A nod. I've
Okay.
got my armor on now.
So we're riding a horse. We're not walking.
I don't know. Are we?
I thought you said you guys weren't worried about the horses for now.
Well, I'm just thinking of him
how
in
far is
full
it?
plate walking to
It's not far. It's outside the edge of the village.
When Valen is like in his full gear, he moves much more assuredly. Like he's more
Sure.
sure-footed. Like he's not a hobbling old man. Like when
He's
you
got a mech suit.
when you can't see
He's got
him,
an exoskeleton.
literally when you can't like see that he's an old man, like you're like this is a fit young soldier. Well, must
Got it.
be
Is
definitely
he- is
played
he
by a
just-
different actor.
Is he missing that?
A certain section.
The codpiece.
Yeah.
You guys walk. It takes not that long, about maybe 10, 15 minutes. You stroll through. Like I said, the village isn't huge. And then this road, it kind of, it's along the vineyard at first. You lose sight of the river, kind of trails off to your right. The path leads away from it and starts to get woodier. And you pass one house and then the next, and you see like there's some like game trails and things like that, hunting trails maybe that kind of continue on into woods, but really you're at kind of the edge of the village proper. There's a few fenced in pastures. You see some sheep and cattle grazing. You see two men out in the fields tending to the animals. One has a sword on his belt. The other has a spear kind of leaned against the fence as he's helping one of the sheep over the fence. And it's a Scottish shepherd joke. And you come up to this house.
Bodhi, has the blight affected animals?
We've had a number of animals taken or
Taken.
disappeared. There are predators around. It's not unusual to have an occasional wolf, or they're bear at times in the forest. Wolves tend to be the main predator that the shepherds worry about.
But no sickness.
No, not amongst the animals nor the people.
Where these people and animals have been taken, what signs do you see?
I've found traces of blood, scenes of something being dragged. I've tried to follow them a bit, and I've lost every trail when it gets to the woods. I'm not.
But all are dragged to the woods.
From what I found, yes. I'm not a novice tracker, and I've been unable to follow a single trail further in. Nor have I seen signs of wolf or bear or anything else. In fact, game has been hard to come by. Normally the deer are running pretty well this time of year, and my last two hunts came up dry. We've turned from that to being a little bit more guarded, but
It seems likely then that our enemy lies Scarwood.
Scarlwood.
Scarwood?
Yep.
Yes, it was eerily quiet last night. Not a bird, insect, any noise really that you'd expect.
He nods like in agreement. He says things have been quiet. The animals, it's not the same. Birdsong is less. Like I said, the game, dogs seem ill at ease. We're trying to keep all the animals in pasture now. There's no open grazing. Would you want to speak to, what did I say, Rania?
She was the one that heard noises, right?
So that's Rostock's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. He nods towards the farmhouse. The two men out in the fields are kind of turned looking towards you, but they're still dealing with the animals. And he says, I can take you to where I found, or I think I found, signs of Rostock and the dogs being taken, or we can speak to his wife.
Were the dogs taken as well?
Yes. I mean, at least it seems so.
be more than one then. To take 3 beings. Unless it's something very large.
Let's see the site, and then we'll talk to his wife.
Tommy, what did you get on your investigation?
Dirty
roll?
20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Dirty Tommy.
You go, you're moving through. It's a big house, big chateau.
Yep.
But kind of getting a feel for the place, and you taking your time. You probably spend like an hour or two. Let's say an hour, because that's how long invisibility lasts. So you kind of get your way around. You find where there are, servants' quarters, guest quarters, and you find the kind of, it looks like the east side of the house is kind of the production side, and the west side of the house is sort of like the business end. There's like offices, and that's where you kind of get to work. You have to be a little careful because there are like people coming in and out of there. Again, you're invisible, so you kind of
Invisible and boots of elven kind, so I'm quiet.
Okay, I won't make you make another stealth roll. You come across, sales records. What do you call ledgers?
Ledgers.
Thank you. I get dumber every day.
Just things like leaving your brain.
Word, number books. You find number books.
Well, I'm waiting to get to the age category where my intelligence and wisdom go up. But it just seems like my strength and con just keep going down. It all looks pretty mundane. You do find a lockbox that is locked. Like basically a small safe.
Okay. Try to
open it?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a check. So your thieves tool proficiency.
sleight of hand, or just
It would be, you have thieves tool
tools,
proficiency.
yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's the same thing. It's proficiency plus your dex bonus.
Yes.
So just not sleight of hand if you have expertise in it.
17.
17. Okay. I was going to say DC 15. It's a good lock, but it's nothing crazy.
Yep.
You pop it open and
It's trapped. You get
fireball goes off. You kind of have to wait, kind of bide your time. You wait till actually a couple merchants are showing up to load up a wagon. They just got into town. And so the staff there is kind of busy getting them loaded up. They're tabulating, weighing things, running through. And you take your time then to unlock this, open it up. And you find there's a good bit of coin in here, different pouches. It looks pretty well organized. And you do find at the bottom of it, there is a book, leather-bound book. And you open it up and there's a bunch of sheets of paper. And they're written in kind of this elegant, flowing, quick hand. And they're each order lists. And you see different names of wine and then strange things like some simple provisions and then, powdered agate thing. What are you? You're a bard rogue. You have any arcana?
Yeah.
Okay. You get a sense there's a lot of things that sound like spell components to you.
Okay.
Maybe some that seem familiar, some that you just would guess are that. And you look and there's probably, 20 of these lists.
He'll pull out his poetry book, and in the back of it, he starts scribbling down as many of these spell components as he can.
All right. You might need to recast invisibility at some point to complete this. It's going to take some time. And we'll cut back. So you guys kind of travel past the farmstead. Bodhi just kind of like gives a wave to the guys in the field, and they carry on. And as you move off past the house, you see in one of the windows of the home a woman looking out. And you keep carrying on. You kind of get into the edge of the woods, past the pasture. You're probably maybe a couple hundred meters from the house at this point. You can see further into the forest. This is like heavy old growth forest, like maple, oak, chestnuts, big old trees. So there's some bushes and shrubs, but it's pretty open under the canopy. And there's a lot of that. Like when you get that heavy old growth forest, the floor is just like dense with packed like fallen leaves and organic matter. And your footfalls are quiet. It's just like soft moving through. And it gets very still and quiet. Like it's dense enough that kind of muffles out things. But again, it's open. There's not like a lot of vines and obstructions. And you come to kind of like a little dip behind a couple big oak trees. And you see that forest floor kind of scattered. There's, piles of leaves. There's broken tree limbs, twigs, and what looks like drag marks. He says this was, he kind of thinks back. He says, 4 days ago, that Rostock was taken. It looks fairly the same. It hasn't rained since then. He brings you over, and you see it's dark, but like dark dried blood in a few places. And he says, I did find a sword, Rostock's sword. I took it. It was here, and blood. I think some was dog, some was human. A good bit. If they weren't killed, they were badly hurt. What's strange, he kind of leads on. Like I said, there's kind of this little dip, this little dell that you're in. You kind of start walking up, and you do see like through this soft underbrush, there's like kind of drag marks, and you can see at times there's like 3 distinct patterns, and then at times they kind of get closer or further away. And then as you kind of come back up that edge of the dell, you step around a tree, and there's just thick brambles. Just this dense, low patch of brambles, like thorny kind of vines. And he says, this isn't even that usual out here, this kind of growth. The forest is more open than this, at least around here. I tried to track my way around. I couldn't find.
Does it look like any of the brambles were broken or disturbed in the direction of where the drag marks were?
So let's do some checks here.
Yeah.
Anybody that has a skill, you think? I mean, I could see a few different ones that might.
I've got survival.
So
Yep.
Valen, I take out my great sword and I stick it in the ground, so that symbol of Vostok is kind of pointing like at the top, and it starts to glow a little bit. And I say a prayer. I'm going to cast guidance on I don't know, someone.
You can see. I mean,
I'll cast it on Dan, on Kendry.
okay.
Yeah. So the sword is sort of in the middle of that clearing and
Okay.
glowing.
Bodhi kind of just, he steps back kind of like respectful, like seeing you guys go to work. And as soon as he starts doing some magic shit, he seems just like he doesn't want to disturb anybody.
Kendry is taken a small knife out, and he's cut a piece of the thorn bush, and he's kind of just inspecting it. He's going to use detect magic, and then make a survival check based on where he thinks that these thorns like are native to, like if it's an unnatural growth, and then the magic to kind of complement that investigation.
Fucking guy's got a +7 investigation and he's going to roll survival.
Sure, I can roll.
Okay, so you're rolling survival.
Yep.
Malik pulls out a tome and starts flipping through pages and waves their hand over a page, and this kind of fairy light comes off of the page and kind of surrounds him. I'm going to cast guidance on myself. And I'm going to use investigation. He's going to try to understand where, like, trying to line up where the drag marks went and start to pick apart the brambles to see if he can find any broken branches. Like, did it just disappear at this point? Like, is there no signs of any kind of broken twigs or anything, you know?
Okay. Sorry, what skill are you rolling? Investigation. And Sir Keegan.
Sir Keegan is going to use his knowledge of nature, which has been attuned from many years of foraging, to examine the mushrooms, any kind of fallen leaves, debris in the area, and see if anything really stands out as foreign or unnatural here.
Do you do a foraging blog?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Might give you advantage on that roll.
Real, big into the mushrooms are just
Okay.
great for you.
All right.
Yeah,
So we'll start
right
off
ones.
with
Guidance is a
Kendrick,
D4.
D4.
Yeah.
Yep.
I rolled a nat one.
A nat 1.
Yep.
Okay.
So for a total of 6.
And that was on survival or investigation?
Survival.
Okay. And you also cast detect magic, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You can't really figure out any trace of like actually what you're looking for. To you, it seems like these drags mark just end and this stuff is here.
Sure.
And you can't piece it together. It's very confusing.
Yep.
It just seems like it ends and it doesn't make any sense. However, you detect lingering traces of transmutation magic.
But no necromancy?
No.
Okay.
In this whole bramble patch. John.
Yep.
Your
Investigation.
check for investigation.
Not great. 12. 15.
15. And you were focusing on
The physical evidence of
Okay.
where the drags would have gone and finding any kind of broken.
what's clear to you is that nothing was dragged through these brambles.
Yeah. Because it would be obvious that it would
Yes. Like it is still fairly clear where some of these drag marks went to.
Yeah.
And there is no way that
You're dragging a body without it disturbing
Yes.
everything.
so either things were taken, disappeared, or these brambles weren't here when something was dragged through.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
And lastly, Keegan's vegan with a natural
14.
14. These vines, these brambles, this is spring growth. Like this, they shouldn't look like this in October.
They should be browning, and they're still like they're verdant
and
green.
and younger.
Yeah.
Looks like fast growth spring. You know, this you'd expect to see this in a different kind of forest in like May, June.
Josh, can I roll Arcana to see if I can think of any sort of spells? I mean, I can cast some of them that would like hide your tracks or grow plant life behind
Yeah.
you. I can cast both of those spells.
Yeah.
And maybe kind of like I'm searching the area, seeing if anyone dropped a sprig of mint or anything, like a spell component.
Okay. All right. Give me Arcana.
Or
Can
could I do religion instead since those are
Can I
cleric
give
spells?
him advantage maybe on the roll by telling him what kind of magic is here?
Yeah. I like that.
Oh.
You see Kendry just kind of staring there
I got a
hopelessly.
1 and a 3.
Jeez.
So 7.
Strong rolled.
Okay. So not a great roll, but you are onto something. You do think there are spells that would do this, and you think there's, similar to some that you might have access to, that would cause spontaneous growth, like this. You're not sure how they would relate to the scene that happened ahead of that, like the actual whatever happened here, the attack, the ambush, whatever it was.
I pull out my sword and I clean the blade, clean the dirt off of it, dry it off, put it away, and I say, "Are we ready to carry on?"
Yeah.
Whatever was dragging these, they either went up or these brambles were not here 4 days ago.
That's precisely right, Malik. Look at these. This is verdant growth in the autumn.
Sure.
There is unrest in the forest.
There's magic in the forest.
Verdant growth.
Transmutation. I have a +7 Arcana. I'm thinking now, like from a spell perspective, if I've come across anything like it. I've probably heard rumors of it, but
I'm gonna roll
Sure.
for you, Dan.
Yep.
If you don't mind.
Yep. Go for it.
There are some arcane spells that would touch on some of these effects.
But it sounds like it would be more of a druidic art.
Yes.
As Kendry turns away from this mass of brambles, he says, I've never seen them at work before, but the druids, they'd be capable of such a thing.
Yes, I've seen this, but I haven't seen it in a way that it becomes permanent like that.
Back in the chateau, Matt, you finish copying this list over, and kind of just in time, you get everything put back away and locked up as you hear noise. You hear like that wagon finishing getting loaded up, and you see the workers start to like come back in. You get it locked and you dip out just as they're coming back in. And one of them actually goes over to that lockbox and pulls out a key, opens it, and puts in a bag of coin into it. Turns around to the desk, writes some stuff down on the ledger, and kind of goes about their business.
Word. I think Tommy probably feels like he's gotten the most that he can out of this.
Okay.
So he makes his way out of the chateau and probably back to the inn.
Okay. We'll say you get back to the inn and Darv is there. It's probably getting on closer to midday. Those merchants are down. They're having like a late breakfast. It looks like they're talking to Darva about getting ready to head out, and they're asking questions about the heroes that came as you come in. And Darva comes over and she says, Master Tommy, is it?
Yes.
We'll assume that you guys got names last night. She didn't, divine that. She says, your companions told me to let you know that they were heading off to Rostock's farmstead. It's all the way at the east of the village. If you follow this road, you'll come around a bend, past the last watchtower. There'll be one more house on the right side of the trail, and then Rostock's is furthest in towards the edge of the woods. You'll see the pasture and the house there.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes. Would you like? I've made some sandwiches. Would you like to bring some for your companions? They didn't take any food with them. You must eat.
You bitch, always trying to feed us.
Sure.
All right. She grabs a basket, and you can see like she already started to stock it, and she puts a bottle of wine.
Typical
in
Eastern
there.
European grandmother.
This is just Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah. You're not going to eat.
And she hands you the basket.
I'm sure they'll be pleased. Thank you.
All right. Back out near Rostock's, Bodhi says,
One thing, is there a way to get a visibility of, is there an end to this bramble, like an other side of it? Or
okay,
maybe even climb a tree and see if there's a way to see beyond this bramble? Because he said he tried to get around it, but there was no...
He said he tried to get around. He couldn't find a trace of anything coming out.
Okay.
Yeah. You move around it. It's big.
Yeah.
It kind of like extends and like the floor isn't totally flat here. It kind of rolls. There's lots of like little dips and valleys, and you see there's a couple streams that kind of run through small little brooks. This patch of brambles kind of extends almost 40 feet.
Yeah.
And then it looks like it's about 20 feet deep.
Okay.
So you as they're all kind of talking and you guys are finishing your individual investigations, you lap the whole thing and give me a perception check.
I have now +1 for a +1. No, 7.
You don't see any trace of anything having like
I'm like trying to line up
You're
like where the marks would have been coming from.
Yep.
I mean, it's probably hard in the forest because your perception gets all fucked up.
You don't see anything like that looks like anything came back out.
Gentlemen, I've seen enough. I have one question for the shepherd's wife, and then, unless you feel it necessary, I'm prepared to go visit this necromancer.
Malik kind of comes back around the corner and says, I've been around this entire brambles. There's no trace of anything on the other side.
Bodhi, are the scenes much the same?
I never found a trace of Elena. I looked in the area. I thought she was taken. I never found anything like this. Where Sven was taken was different. It was at the edge of the vines. Several vines looked like they had been ripped, unrooted, either in the scuffle, and there were drag marks along the vineyard to the edge of the woods. I lost them in a similar bramble patch.
More brambles?
Yes.
Has anyone tried to hack their way through them?
He turns back and he says, I did here. Right here. I tried to cut my way in where these drag marks are.
I pull out my sword
Okay.
and I
Let's
Start.
make a path.
start hacking through.
Okay.
I cast fireball.
I shoot a crossbow at it.
All right. You turn, you start cutting in, hacking. You have a great sword.
Yeah.
So you start just like cleaving through this.
I mean, you can walk through. You have fucking plate armor.
Probably just walk right through it.
It's thick. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hard to move through regardless of your protection, just
Yeah.
physically
Yeah.
getting like caught up by things. You start hacking your way through, and you do as well, Sir
Yes.
Deegan?
What do you wear for armor?
Plate.
Play, and what do you wield?
Like poison.
Longsword.
Longsword? Okay.
Kendry's like almost taken a few steps back to look at a broader kind of view of what they're doing in case anything breaks out from
Yeah.
this thicket.
You're gonna smite the
I-
vines?
We'll save that. I'm gonna but I do use my shield to kind of
Okay.
keep the brambles at bay as we're pushing through.
It takes some minutes. You
Yeah.
guys hacking your way. You probably get like 10 feet in. Dan, you're
Once
kind
we
of
get in a little bit, I put the great sword away and pull out a short sword. It's probably easier.
This should put us in their midst.
Kendry, you're standing back, and we'll say Malik is just now making finishing your little circumvent of this patch.
I'd like to state right now for the record that Matt's character is on his way.
Yes.
Carry on.
And you see the vines start growing back. Like it's slow, but incredibly fast for a vine.
Sure,
You can literally see it growing, but it's like an inch a minute.
That's what she's. Keegan, Savalin, behind you. He looked behind, and you can, as you guys turn, you kind of see the path that you've made start to like. You can just the whole thing is kind of alive, and it's starting to close slowly behind you.
Like from every direction, from the
Yes.
sides, from the growth you cut from underneath. It's slow. Like you turn and you don't even realize it at first, and then you see like a leaf actually unfurl. It almost looks like when you watch a nature documentary and that like time, what do you call that? Time release. Again, words!
Time lapse.
Time lapse.
Time release.
Maybe getting rid of the beer. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe I'm not loosened up enough. And conveniently enough, as you guys are realizing this, Tommy, you get to the farmstead and you're kind of looking around. You see a couple guys out in the pasture. Look towards you, and then you hear some voices off in the distance from the woods. You recognize the deep baritone of Sir Keegan.
Tommy gives the basket of sandwiches and the wine to the guys in the field.
Oh, thank you, my lord. Appreciate it. You here to solve this thing?
Me? No, I am here to tell a story. They're ahead, yes?
Yeah, they went up that way. Bodhi was with them. He was bringing them up to where Rostock was taken.
We must keep the brambles at bay.
I think I hear them.
Bodhi's talking to you as you come up. He says, "That's exactly it. I cut into here like this. I'm sorry I didn't remember. It's the damnedest thing."
From outside the brambles, you guys see a flash of light, a flare of fire, like in Sir Valen's hand, and I cast Sacred Flame and throw a ball of fire into the brambles.
Okay. It strikes,
It's
bursts into
technically radiant damage, just so you know.
yeah, bursts into flame, and this patch kind of burns down. It doesn't spread. This stuff is, like I said, it's new growth. It's very green. It does kind of like a lot of the dead growth on the ground kind of catches and singes, but being kind of a natural fire, it doesn't spread quite as normal. And a few moments pass, and it doesn't look like anything grows back from where you burned it out as you continue to see the growth continue where you cut in.
Fire.
Malik pulls out a torch.
I have fought living trees before, and fire is a sure way to make sure that they don't grow back. Same as trolls.
Actually, he grabs a branch on the ground, like a dead branch, holds it up. I'll use Druidcraft to light it, and then start trying to light the vines to try to open a path for them.
Okay. So are you trying to burn a path clear through it? Burn this whole thing out?
Burn a path clear through.
Okay. You guys, takes a couple minutes, you guys working together, but you burn a path clear through, and what's burned does not grow back. Whether it was with, the sacred flame or regular kind of conventional fire.
I think someone took a flaming fucking sword. Cheater.
I did, yeah. I've got a lot of fire potential.
I thought about taking a sunblade. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw
Against
that.
undead.
Yeah.
Yep. Solid choice.
Thought that'd be cheesy in a Halloween game.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Quite odd how the fire seems to stop it, despite it being unnaturally regrowing. And I'm seeing if this is concealing something, like it's regrowing for a purpose to conceal whatever's in here.
All right. Let's say you kind of continue for a while, and you kind of continue this burning, clearing out more of the center path around where these drag marks seem to go in. You get to a certain point, you've burned a good portion of this away, and then within the span of 10 seconds, the entire rest of the patch just dries up and dies. And then literally like crumbles and falls to the forest floor. And then you look around, and aside from like some burnt ash and remains, it looks almost unmatched from the rest of the forest floor.
Kendry sort of tenses and
that was quick.
Grabs his sword when that happens because it was so unexpected.
Do we gain experience?
We beat the threat.
That'd be a good way to know if we defeated a monster.
We beat the thorn bush.
Did we learn something new?
But you don't find any further.
Do we find signs of now that we've cleared the brambles, signs of the drag further into the brambles from where we've...
You basically have kind of relayed
a bunch
like
of crap
dead
on
growth back down.
This magic does not seem like the same magic causing the blight.
No, it seems quite the opposite. But for what purpose?
But it shows a power over nature. Both.
And some intelligence. They're covering their tracks, yes?
Kendry nods his head.
We were told that the shepherd heard noises. I'd like to ask his wife what those noises sounded like.
I had the same question.
You go back to the farmstead. Bodhi brings you over there, and he goes to knock on the door, and it swings open. You see a woman stay in the doorway. She has like a apron on, and the two men in the field kind of walk over, and they're kind of leaning on the fence nearby.
Eating a sandwich.
Eating a sandwich. They got
Fucking
a bottle of wine next to them. Sheep comes over. He gives it a little bite of the sandwich.
God damn it.
Did you find anything?
More questions.
Yes.
Magic.
The woman has gray hair pulled back in a bun. And Bodhi says, Miss Reyna, these are the men from Kolos. She says, yes, you're here looking for my husband.
Can you tell us the night he disappeared, why did he go out there?
The dogs, they were baying something wild. We'd heard about Sven and Elena, and I told them not to go out, but Rostock, he didn't listen, and he took the dogs, and he went out there. They were wild. They were yelping and baying, and he went out, and I stood in the window, and I heard the nights have been quiet, and all of a sudden there wasn't a breeze, but I heard the branches swaying. I thought I'd feel a gust coming in, and I didn't hear anything.
It would sure be useful if our party member told us that he saw walking trees.
Well, we heard him talking to the
did.
Walking
Did we?
trees.
Yeah, I think we heard him talking.
Did we
to
hear
the,
him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
bartender.
that was in front of you
We can
guys.
assume that we've been filled in on that
Yeah,
information.
Yeah.
I heard one of the dogs yelp, and I heard grunts, and I heard screams, and that's it. That's all I heard. And I got a lantern, and I went out there, and I didn't see anything, but something was moving. I could hear it. I could hear it in the forest. Something was moving.
But you did not hear the sounds of an animal.
Just the dogs until they went quiet. Are they dead? Can you tell?
There's no sign of them.
So they might have just been taken. Something might be holding them.
Do you have other dogs?
No, it's just the two. My brother and his nephew, they've been here, and sometimes they bring their dogs. One of them has been staying with me, but hasn't happened again.
I don't think we have any answers for you yet.
I put a hand on her shoulder and I say, we will do everything we can to find him.
She starts crying as you touch her, and Bodhi kind of goes over and kind of consoles her.
Kendry
I-
steps out the door.
Yeah, I walk outside.
Yeah.
Kind of walk to the end of the driveway.
The two men in the field kind of like respectfully kind of turn away as Bodhi talks to Raina, and he comes over a couple minutes later. Says, "My father told her that she could come and stay in the chateau, but she says this is her home. And her family's taking care of her. I don't like anybody being out here at the edge of things with what's been going on."
Do the rest of you wish to visit the other sites of disappearances? Or shall we just go and see this necromancer?
It may be worth seeing this necromancer. He may have some answers for us. Or some help.
The other scenes that Bodhi described, they sound much the same, at least Sven's. And the thorns provided no answers.
Bodhi, I wonder, the dogs, have you tried using dogs to follow the trail of any of the missing people?
Not myself. I don't usually work with dogs, but one of the other men did. He was the first to go out looking for Sven. And same thing, they followed the scent and they went wild around those brambles and then seemed to lose the scent.
And those brambles are still there.
Last I went, it's been a few days since I've been back over there. This is the way we'd go to get to the tower. It's off to the southeast here.
We should go back for our horses.
The forest, I mean, you can get a horse through. It would probably take us the same amount of time to get back and get the horses, but it's whatever you're more comfortable with.
Very well.
If you feel it best to carry on foot, then lead the way.
To be honest, most of the mounts, when you get them outside the village, they seem to be getting spooked too.
Then let's press on. He looks around at the rest of the group. Daylight's fading.
As we're walking, I say, Bodhi, within the last few months, have there been any strange visitors to your town?
He kind of stops and thinks, or keeps walking, kind of like looks up, thinking, I mean, nothing especially unusual. Merchants, fall's usually a busy time for us. My father usually throws a harvest festival, but not this year. It's been canceled.
How was the hunting usually?
Good, especially in the fall. It's easy to stock up the cellars with meat, and we'll run thin this year. We'll have to trade for what we can, which shouldn't be a problem, but game is scarce.
Has game only been scarce this year? Or has it been getting worse over time?
Not even this year, just in the last month, I'd say.
all of a sudden then?
Yeah, I mean, getting worse, but I mean, I brought a 4-point buck down maybe 10 days ago. Since then, there was a fawn, too young, couldn't even draw on her.
And the harvest. This year it's probably much less.
We'll be lucky. Mother hoped for a half. It doesn't sound like we'll get close to that.
Was last year's prosperous?
Yeah. A better year.
Kendry's looking kind of towards the south where they're heading, and he says, "The wizard, will we be welcome?"
I don't really know. I've seen the tower from a distance, but my father bade us not to disturb it, not to cause anything. I saw something move around it once, but I didn't get close enough to see what it was.
All of you have some knowledge of the arcane.
Yes.
I cannot wrap my head around it. What would a wizard need so much wine for? Is there any ritual or spell that would require such fine vintages in such large quantities?
I'm not sure.
You guys are traveling.
Is there any sort of creature, devil or demon, that might want such a thing?
That may be true. The devils...
I mean, I'm not asking because you look like one of them.
What are you trying to say?
One of you guys? It's getting darker as Kendry mentioned that. You look up and it's not close to dusk. I mean, it's probably mid-afternoon, but the sky has gone from kind of patchy clouds to a heavy overcast gray. And it kind of continues turning that direction, getting darker. And you're moving your way along. There is kind of a trail here. You actually can occasionally see what maybe looks like the rut of a wagon wheel having passed through. And it's mostly woods, but it kind of, as you turn to the southeast, hills kind of rise. There's some that are more kind of scrubby, and that you kind of leave the heavier, denser woods to your left, kind of to your north and northeast, as this trail kind of winds further to the southeast. And you come across an open field, and on both sides there's kind of this big open clearing. There's a wagon that's sitting unattended. You see in the back of it, it's heaped up with these round orange gourd things. Maybe some of you recognize as pumpkins. And sure enough, you look on either side of the trail. This field is two big pumpkin patches. You see these orange gourds kind of scattered throughout, and you see mist kind of settling in portions of them. You kind of can't even see to the edge of the woods to the north side.
Oh, Bodhi, you did say that you have a scarcity of game around? Did you know that pumpkin seeds provide excellent nutritional value?
The seeds of these things?
Yes. Perhaps we can talk to the wizard about some kind of a deal to include them in your payment for the wine.
Yeah, my grandmother used to roast them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember them as a kid. My mother hates them, though.
Do they look blighted?
So you stay on the road or kind of move off?
I walk up to one that's like on the vine still.
Okay. Yeah, close to the road, you see the ones on the wagon look healthy. And then as you kind of step off, you smell it first. You smell like this sour, sweet, sickly kind of rot. And you come across and you see these blackened kind of pumpkins like caving in. And some spots there's like flies buzzing around. It smells bad.
I don't go any further. I walk back to the road.
Oh, no, not the pumpkins, too.
You turn to walk back. You feel like your foot kind of gets stuck, and you turn to kind of lift it, and you feel something wrap tight around your ankle. You turn and you see all these vines and tendrils
Dun,
start
dun.
to move and shake. And you see these gourds start to rise from the ground.
Oh, no.
And this whole patch starts to animate, these vines standing up, lifting these pumpkins into the air. And roll initiative.
There we go. Old Man Jack, king of the pumpkin patch.
All right. Starting off, who's got over 15?
17.
Anybody be 17 for Tommy? All right. After that, over a 10?
I got a 14.
I got a 10 even.
I got 10 even as well.
I got a 12.
14 for Sir Valen, 12 for Sir Keegan, 10 for Kendry. What's your dex modifier?
+4.
Yeah, you got me beat.
Okay. And so bringing up the rear will be, even with your +1.
Yeah.
Malik?
Yeah, +3.
You got the extra +1 from the wine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Tommy, the patch on the north side, it looks like probably about 30 feet by 20 feet, not the entire field, but a good like half of this field is in motion, connected. All these vines kind of rising up. You see these pumpkins swaying in the air. You don't see like there's no central part of it. It's like this whole thing just kind of animates. The vines on the ground are like running around your legs, starting to grasp and tear, and these vines swinging in the air with these rotten pumpkins swinging around. What do you do?
Waves are robin.
Break out that mouth harmonica.
Does Tommy get the sense that this pumpkin doesn't have like a central form, but does he get the sense that it's a singular creature?
Give me a perception or nature.
That's leaner in the hole. Natural 17, so 21?
Yes. So it doesn't seem like there is no central body to it, but it is moving in like concert. You get the sense that this is one entity.
Okay. Then I will pull out my mouth harp, and Tommy gives it a couple of springs and cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. It's a wisdom save?
Yes. DC 14.
16.
Um,
A very smart pumpkin patch blight.
I will.
Wise. It's been around the block. It's been around the patch once or twice. You know what I mean?
I'll use a bonus action to use Unsettling Words. So I can use a Bardic Inspiration, choose a creature, and subtract from their roll.
Okay.
So that's a D6
pretty cool.
minus 5 to
Okay.
that roll.
That makes it an 11. That's a fail.
3d6 psychic damage.
Oh, you're gonna roll it. Good. I rolled a 17. 3d6.
Fuck. 13, and it must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay.
A giant pumpkin patch.
It does kind of start to pull back. Did anybody, be honest, besides Sir Valen, kind of step off the trail with him?
No.
No, Malik did.
Kendry probably did.
Okay. So it pulls back. It doesn't move far. It moves about 10 feet. And so it is fully away from anyone that stayed on the road. And it's kind of still adjacent to those of you. If you're on the road, you can make an attack of opportunity if you have a weapon out.
But if you're in the field, you're still in.
You're still-
It hasn't disengaged.
Yes.
Yeah. Malik didn't have a weapon.
Is
out,
it
so-
still grasping my leg?
It's kind of like slithered past
Trying
it.
to-
Like you feel
yeah.
it like running past it and then just kind of like flicking against your
Cool.
leg. So you're not like grasped or grappled. All right, nice move. Pushed it away.
Boom.
Surveillance.
Sir Valen draws his greatsword, and as he draws it, the blade begins to glow with like a almost like heat. I'm casting divine favor on myself, so it adds radiant damage. And then I swing my greatsword at it.
Okay.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Not 22. Hold on. I forgot how greatsword works. Sorry. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So
That's
that,
a big difference.
yeah. 31 damage.
Wow. Holy shit.
Wow. 4 of it is radiant.
31 damage?
Yeah, man. Greatsword master. It's the only way to fight with a
Fucking
greatsword.
A.
Yeah.
All right.
You're the one that wanted to play 5.
You
They got rid of that bullshit.
hack into this thing, and you just like, with 2 big sweeps, you just like cut a bunch of these tendrils. And as pieces are cut off, it seems like they just fall motionless to the ground. Sir Keegan.
Yeah, only 4 of it was radiant.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to draw my long sword, and I'm going to kind of mumble a little bit, some positive reinforcement to the sword to make it a sacred weapon. And
Sorry,
then
Josh, -3. Wait, I can't.
Okay.
And as bonus action, I will cast. Let's go with protection from evil, and that's a touch one. I'll cast Shield of Faith on my man in the field there,
Okay.
so
Valen shields up.
yeah, so I get another +2 bonus to AC. And I say, Valen,
That was the other one I was thinking about
Yes.
casting on myself. So thanks.
watch out that it doesn't spit some seeds at you.
All
I
right.
don't.
And if it does, catch them and
catch
we'll cook
them,
them.
yeah. But not the
We shall
rotten ones.
feast.
So that was your action and
Yeah.
your bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and it is PB's turn. All right. So out in the field was Sir Valen and who else? Malik.
And Kendrick.
No, Malik's on the road.
Okay, just Kendry and Sir Valen. Okay, these vines lash out at your legs. Kendry, no, that's a 10. Probably not going to do it.
Nope.
And a 12. Wow, rolling rocks. Tommy and Malik. A 1.
It has
Okay.
disadvantage against me.
Disadvantage against you?
Yeah, I have the cloak of displacement.
Okay.
AC 13.
And another 17 and a 1. Okay. That was a 1-1-2-4.
It's afraid.
Okay.
It's scared.
It
So
is
it's,
scared.
it does seem like this whole thing is like quivering in this weird way from whatever
He thinks we're
the
farmers.
fucking mouth harp did.
There's just this resonating in the air.
Song about fire.
These vines are like lashing out at your legs to Kendry and Sir Valen. And you just kind of easily like kind of push them away. They're just barely kind of reaching you. And then it whips these tendrils from the back, and these pumpkins fly off and smash towards you. They hit on the ground and scatter, and just this like miasma of this dark, stinking fucking ichor spreads out with flies covering around it. But they don't hit you.
Tommy,
and Kendry.
You know what song Tommy's playing?
Kendry is.
He's playing Bullet with Butterfly Wings.
Kendry is.
What an underwhelming first monster attack.
He's going to get his blade. He draws his sword, and that is going to activate his blade song. And then he's going to take 2 quick actions.
You got a lot of singing and dancing.
Very,
A lot.
Hey!
that was a very inclusive party.
21 and a 25 to hit.
Valen
Those
just,
both
Valen just
Okay.
kind of grunts at the. Back in my day, we didn't fight like that.
Back in my day, we made stews and played music.
2 dancers, a vegan, and a non-binary tiefling.
and an old guy.
Old guy.
And a boomer.
And a boomer. 14 damage, 3 of which is fire from the sword.
Okay.
And then with his second attack, he that blade singers can do is their second attack can be a cantrip. He's going to use firebolt,
Ooh.
and that does 14 points of fire damage.
Wow. Okay.
So he kind of he's skipping backwards as he slashes at the vines around his legs.
Okay.
And that's the sword strikes, and then as he lands kind of back to the road, he raises his hand and a small kind of, almost like a diminutive fireball flies out from his hand and hits the patch.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. 17.
So it hurts it. You hurt this thing for sure. But what's odd, it doesn't burn in the way that you think it should. You're kind of expecting it to be like to really fucking
combust,
raise havoc.
yeah.
It's wet. And you kind of notice as these things got cut, it was hard, it's dark, but you see like a reddish ichor out of these cuts, and as you hit it, it like sizzles. It's like this whole thing is wet,
Laden. Yeah.
juicy. Malik.
For spells that say for Eldritch Blast, it's my 5th level. Like, is it 5th Warlock level or just 5th level? I
Fifth
get
level.
to, okay.
Character level.
Yeah, Malik steps back, like on the other side of the road, and just launches his hand at the creature and fire 2 Eldritch blast beams at it. It's a 1, so I missed this. But a 16 on the die, and I think
That hits.
so 1d10 plus 3. That is 11 damage of force damage.
Okay. Good hits. And you're staying back on the road?
Yeah.
Okay. Back up to the top, Tommy.
I think Tommy is just going to pull his rapier out, seeing as these things are throwing pumpkins
Thought you'd go to the loot. but
and
okay.
vines. Yeah. No. Just he's going to swing at it with his rapier, kind of trying to defend himself
Okay.
from this thing's like.
You got to move up a little bit to get to it now
Okay.
because it kind of pushed back.
That's
But
fine. 17 to
It's a
hit.
hit.
Minimum damage 4.
Okay.
4 piercing.
You stab right into a pumpkin. Your blade comes out. You just see it. It's dark, like this dark, rotten, like ichor coating your thin blade.
Heinous.
That it?
Yes.
So Valen.
Keegan, you're in there with me?
Not yet.
No.
No. I did not.
Advance.
I should have, but I didn't.
And Kendry, you kind of danced out of
Correct,
it?
yeah.
All right, so I'm in there on my own at the moment.
Wait, you went up, attacked, and then moved back away?
Yeah, I'm mobile as a feat.
So it doesn't get an attack of opportunity?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it look like you're about to kind of come in there with me?
yeah.
Okay. Then I...
Yeah, he's got the classic, like, sword behind the head pose.
as you're moving in, I mean, I don't know if I need to like hold my initiative or whatever for this, but I touch you on the shoulder and cast Warding Bond, and I say, "Move to the center, draw its attention off the casters." And I, after I touch you, I'm gonna move towards the center.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to attack it because I can do that.
Damn.
Yeah, I get 4 uses a day.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you guys kind of, you go basically, one before the other, so you simultaneous charge into the heart of this thing.
Shoulder to shoulder.
So Warding Bond gives you +1 to AC if you're within 60 feet of me, and you take half from all damage types. You take half, but I also take half.
Gotcha.
So it's weirdly worded, but the effect is I take half of his damage.
You split the damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we don't. It only goes one way. He doesn't take
Right,
mine
right,
damage.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Not a full two-way. It's kind of like a cuckold.
I think Hilgis
Situation.
said, Hilgis said something like that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I missed. Yeah, I definitely missed.
What is it?
9.
Miss. You're correct.
And that's it. And I move 25 feet in.
Okay. That puts you basically in the center of this thing.
That's where I want to be.
All right. So, Keegan,
All right.
it offends you to see vegetables used in such a manner.
Wasted like this.
Just
Is a pumpkin a vegetable?
a gourd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a fruit?
I mean, it's probably.
I think it's a fruit.
Yeah.
It's
I think
Yeah.
it's fruit.
Everything is
fruit.
the opposite of what you think
We're
it
gonna
is.
call it.
Well, vegetables are real.
Make a nature check.
There's
There's
no
a
such-
fruit.
there's
Let's
no
get
such
into
thing as
this.
vegetables.
Let's really get in.
That's fair. There's no such thing as vegetables.
Or birds.
I got a 9, so it's probably a fruit.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, maybe.
That's what the roll is for.
Kill them all. Let God sort them out.
That's right. We'll find out what it is pretty soon.
The pearly gates where fruit go one way, vegetables the other.
It's just going to be rotten
wow.
ichor.
That's +1 to saving throws as well.
Oh, nice.
Fruit.
Fruit. Okay. So I'm going to attack this.
Does that make this a hate crime?
It does. I'm going to attack this fruit. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Fire it up.
Let's see. 18 and 25.
Those are both hits.
Both hits. Okay. I'm going to smite on one of them.
Damn. Is
Just-
PB
just
even
for
going to
fun.
get to go?
Just for fun.
It's a whole field.
Nice.
So 10 more.
Give her more hit points.
12 and 10. 22 total.
22. Okay. You guys are just hacking your way through this patch, and now like big chunks of it are, as you're like cutting things, you can't even really, it's hard to tell what connects to what. You know, if you've been in like a pumpkin patch, it really like kind of is a web. So like you kind of hack off, and like a portion not even close to you will just drop dead, motionless. Okay, the remnants of this pumpkin patch continue to assault. The quivering kind of stops. It seems to have readied itself and kind of starts to kind of push in everything that's left of it, kind of pushes in around a circle around Sir Valen and Sir Keegan. That's probably still a hit. 26 on Sir Keegan.
Yes, that would be a hit.
And 23 on Sir
Can I?
He's got an
Um,
18, I think.
So,
Plus the
can
shield,
I use
whatever.
my fighting style protection to make the pumpkin roll a disadvantage on the attack on him?
Okay. That puts that down to a 16, so that will miss. So one on you.
I reach out my shield and
And hits the bullseye.
hits right in the bullseye.
Almost
That's what it's there
max. 16 damage as this thing wraps around you. It squeezes, it crushes, and you also feel like as it finds like chinks in the armor, you feel just like abrasions, like cutting against your skin, and you are grappled.
Is it what kind of damage is it?
It is bludgeoning.
Okay, because I'm a heavy armor master, so I get 3 reduction on that.
Okay.
So it's only 13.
All right, and
I'm still
then
grappled.
it lobs back out.
Some pumpkins.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that, Tommy.
Oh, shit.
not like
Should
that.
have stabbed that pumpkin.
Doesn't like that mouth
Hates
art.
that song.
Yeah, that's...
22 and higher.
yeah.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even with shield. Shield would help me.
Okay. So you take 9 bludgeoning damage, and then give me 2 constitution saves.
Oh. Sure.
Probably should have had some of that
Should have
wine.
drank that
Fail.
wine.
15?
15 is the DC.
1 fail.
That's max. Wow.
What's going on?
He's killing Tommy.
He doesn't like the music. The pumpkin patch doesn't
so-
like the music, so
It's not a fan of my harp.
Just like or the discordant.
This is I don't know if there's a name for this in D&D, but this is basically disease damage. I don't know what that.
Ooh.
Maybe necrotic damage. I
Okay.
think
Necrotic or
would
poison.
be the closest.
There's poison as a
call it
damage type.
We'll call it poison damage. That is yes, poison damage would be the appropriate. 22.
That's plus the 9 from the actual bludgeoning.
Yep, and 10 is halved. So 32, 41 total.
Do you have? No, you don't. You're not high enough level to have it.
Okay.
You're out.
Are you up?
I'm good.
Good.
What? I'm not
41?
good, but I'm up.
So
You're up.
Again, this thing,
How many hit points do you have?
the remnants of this whole patch, kind of like
Just about 41.
everything alive in it, like it was kind of scattered. What you hadn't cut, just pulls in, and it's now small. It's like a 10 by 10 kind of circle around Sir Valen and Sir Keegan. These vines lashing at it, and then these 2 pumpkins launch out, and both of them slam into Tommy, and he is just covered in this dark ichor, and you see it like sizzling on his skin, and just flies buzzing around, and this putrid smell. That was a lot. That was almost max damage. It was a 2d8, 8 and 8, and then 7 and 7 on the other two.
Ow. If you'd hit max damage, you would have taken me down.
Okay, but that is Kendry.
Jake, the good news is I prevented you from getting hit. The bad news is I got hit, so you took 6 damage.
Oh, okay.
And he's also grappled.
And I'm grappled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kendry.
Sorry. Kendry's going to do the same thing, although he moves up towards the patch.
Yep.
And he's going to take a slash at it. As he moves forward, he also raises his hand for another one of those
Firebolts.
firebolts.
Okay.
18 and 23
Both
damage.
hits.
The firebolt does 17 fire damage,
Okay.
and the
Good roll.
sword does 20 damage, 12 of which is fire.
Okay.
Max fire damage on that.
Oof. All right. There's like just half a dozen vines left in the circle around them, a handful of pumpkins left.
And he, again, skips back to
Okay.
kind of away from the, maybe like in confidence, he doesn't go all the way back to the road.
Okay. The vines kind of lash at you and you just fucking dodge and dip around them and duck
And dive.
and dive and dodge. Malik.
How far away is the cart from it?
About 30 feet probably.
Okay.
Now
so-
that it's pulled back
yeah,
further.
Malik will launch 2 more Eldritch Blasts at it. 1 hit, 1 if I misses, 9 misses. Yep. So it does 9 force damage.
Okay.
Then he moves to the cart, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide behind the cart. So I just saw what happens to Tommy.
Yeah. Got obliterated.
13 stealth.
Okay. Tommy.
Stab with them.
No, it has to be a ranged weapon.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Be cool,
Tommy?
like
Cool
feet or-
feat.
yeah.
Isn't Spell Sniper going to do that?
It's a different thing. It like takes away cover and increases your range.
Tommy, don't bleed out.
Tommy don't like this.
You like retch. It's disgusting. Not mechanically, just flavor wise.
Yeah, maybe both. Is he within melee range of?
No.
I'd have to move.
Yeah, you can get to it. You haven't moved off the road yet. So,
Correct.
yeah, it's about 25 feet from you. 20 feet maybe to the closest edge you can get to. There's not much of it left. It is like you see a couple, like 2 tendrils up out of this giant patch of field that's now just lying motionless, rotting.
Fuck. Tommy's not a brave man. And Tommy is very, very hurt. I think he's going to...
Behind the cart.
He's Malik.
Yeah, hiding. Now I think he's going to move to the
Okay.
cart
Dance away, Tommy, dance away.
All right.
and try to take cover.
All right, give me a stealth roll, but it might not matter. Sir Valen and Sir Keegan, if you guys want to go at the same time, you basically sort of, you really touch tips.
I think about
and
like
separate it in.
the like World Fair pumpkins, those giant pumpkins, and like Tommy just getting steamrolled.
He's moving to the cart. And he's kind of like wobbly and dizzy.
Most of the damage are from the contents.
Yeah,
of it.
right.
Yeah.
Tommy, you smell like
Are
shit.
we back to back?
Back to back.
back hack?
Shit.
Don't throw up on me.
Yeah. I wish I'd learned prestidigitation.
I got you.
All right. 18 and 23.
Oh my god, I fucking forgot Bodhi was there.
You just stand there, dumb,
Finish it
shrugged.
off. He's been fighting. I'm sorry. That's a lapse on my part. He's waited. He took a few shots with the bow. He pierced a couple pumpkins, and now towards the end, he waved in swinging.
He was just shooting at the inert pumpkins.
Crit hit.
Since I don't want to min-max, since I should go before him.
You're going at the same time. Just go.
Okay.
Bang, bang,
well,
bang.
I don't. No, I get that back on the short, so I'll use it. All right. So 18 to hit
18 hits.
because I use guiding strike.
Okay.
Gives me a +10.
Do you hit?
Yeah, I hit,
Wow.
hit 18 and a 23.
Damage?
10 total.
Okay. And damage?
Sword boy.
27.
How do you destroy the pumpkin blight?
I think we just hack it apart. We just start
Just hack our
back
way
to
out.
back, and we just start cutting.
And then Bodhi comes in and gets a
Gavin's
killing
ring.
strike.
Just like we
There's
pract-
not much left.
Yeah.
You said there's only 2 big vines.
Yeah.
Just like we
hack 'em
practiced
down.
with the brambles.
Both they are impressively kind of simpatico. The first time they've ever fought together, and it is now still this kind of, you hear this buzzing as all these broken and scattered pumpkins flies just kind of rise up and kind of buzz away. In this mist just kind of settles in. It is very still, very quiet, and you hear the
Tommy
sounds
gagging.
of Tommy like retching.
Malik just reaches over and kind of waves his hand, and this sparkly light kind of goes over your face, and I'll cast prestidigitation to clean at least a cubic foot.
to clean you. He doesn't heal
my
you.
head.
He just cleans you
I
up.
can't heal.
It's out of my nose. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, please move over there.
Bodhi says, what in the gods was that? How did what?
It's the magic that we've seen. Transmutation of nature.
Anybody want to take a closer look at the remnants of this thing?
Yeah, sure.
I think this time Kendry's going to use Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will give you a bardic.
I'm gonna give
Is it a
myself guidance.
D6?
Yes.
Actually, you have a higher Arcana, right?
+7?
I'll give you our guidance, but I will also use Arcana.
While
Actually, I'm gonna
while they're doing that,
I'm gonna give you the help action.
I'm saying
Advantage?
a prayer to Vostok, thanking him for victory in battle. And what I'm actually doing is a prayer of healing.
Nice.
But it's like my post-battle routine,
Yep.
basically. Like I put the sword in the ground and kneel above it
Okay.
and say a prayer. It takes 10 minutes, but it's going to heal everyone.
You get guidance too, because I mean it's only an action.
Okay. Bodhi took a glancing blow as well. So this heals everybody, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to just do Matt, and I was going to do an increased cure, but this does the same amount, and it hits everyone. So why not? It just takes 10 minutes.
It's a nice spell.
Yeah. Not bad. 16 hit points.
Okay. So who made a check?
I did.
What'd you make?
Making
Arcana?
Yep. And struggled to get there, but I made 19.
19.
I gave him the help action
Yep.
and guidance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Sir Keegan, did you?
Should I do a nature check?
Sure.
Or would insight be? No, it's people.
Nature's
That's people.
probably.
Nature.
Yeah. 20.
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dirty.
And Tommy just kind of dealing with your
Tommy's
dealing with your situation. All right. 20 nature. This thing was a pumpkin patch, and it no longer is. Every wound, everything that it cut, what is oozing out, the stuff in the pumpkins, the stuff that hit and hurt Tommy the most was the contents of these pumpkins. It's this rotten blight, like literally like sizzled on his skin. You're maybe helping him like clean it off. Every cut on the vine is oozing blood, not sap. Like this is animal, like, or, living animal blood that is oozing out of these wounds. Dan, with the Arcana roll, you feel necromancy at play, transmutation at play, and more than that, you feel the withdrawing of this being connected to something else, fed by something else. And you feel that...
Like I feel diminishing power.
Yes, and maybe even you like physically or sense like things pulling back into the ground that connected this to something else.
You see Kendry for a minute. He's out there kind of walking among the remnants of this thing, and he plunges his hand like down into the dirt and the mud, and it looks like he's just pushing his hand down into the earth. And he's still for a few heartbeats, And then he pulls his hand back up.
You touch it. You touch something that feels almost like a root, but wet, and then it pulls away down. And then like your hand kind of pushes in, it's just dirt, loose, wet dirt.
He stands in the field and looks about. Are you two still out there?
Yeah.
In the patch?
Cleaning off my armor and
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually kneeled praying. Yeah.
My armor is still gleaming. I'm gonna go over to Tommy though, and just hey, it was pretty gross, man.
It's horrible. I've never heard of a story like this before.
Bodhi comes over to you and he pulls out this little metal flask on his side. You see two of them. He pulls one. He says, "Drink this."
It's not dessert wine, is it?
No.
Now is not the time for dessert wine.
Is it a red bottle or a blue bottle?
You're like, what's his name from Sideways?
It's like a little red mark.
Yeah.
No, fucking Merlot.
He drinks it.
It is a healing potion. You want me to roll it? Or you want me to roll it?
You can roll it.
All right. 11.
All right.
Kendry walks up next to you where you're kneeling.
It does taste winish, but not like wine.
Kinda
But there's like a
finishing up.
winey kind of
Yeah.
taste to it.
Okay.
The patch. It is, or was, connected.
Bodhi,
Something in the earth.
was this? This is what took Rostock? What took Sven and Elena?
It's possible.
You think are they buried out here? Is this? He's like looking around in the ground, like
I don't think it was this creature. I think it was something like it. If what Kendry's saying is true, then something is living in the ground. And
Feeding
yes,
the extensions, the ones we see. The
Wait.
magic is the same.
You think they're connected? You think they're magically or physically connected? I mean,
Both. There is something in the earth itself. I felt it as I reached down, roots of power. And it feeds these things as they bleed. It is an appendage rather than just a plant.
must be why the blight is showing up in patchy and in places that doesn't make sense, not adjacent. It's all coming from below.
Kendry's nodding.
where did this thing come from?
Where did it go?
What created it?
are you gonna finish it?
Tommy springs his mouth hard. Cotton Eye Joe.
Okay.
And if it is in the earth, did it pull its victims into the earth?
Maybe
But then, why would it have made a trail?
agents of it, some creature. These plants came alive and used their mobility to capture victims and then pull them into the ground. That's why we couldn't find any trace at that thicket.
Maybe something like a spider. These are extensions. They capture what is at the heart of it, what it needs. And then it waits until it arrives.
Maybe they're bringing it food.
This is the trail that leads to the tower. Is this part of his defenses?
No, I don't know. Is it? Do we see the tower?
Not yet.
No, but we don't. There's no like farmhouse here
No.
that we can see.
It's just farmland.
Yeah, this was kind of like in the woods. Like you'd travel through woods
Okay.
and kind of come out of it, and then it looked like
There's a clearing.
there's
That it,
open
Yep.
fields. Like looks like this wagon was there, coming back, like harvesting stuff. Looking at them, you think they're not rotten. The ones that are sitting in the wagon look healthy, but not like recent. Like probably nobody's been out here harvesting for days. You heard what the village sort of kind of tightened down and
Yeah. But it's made it seems like they're just harvesting pumpkins. Like it's not like they're leaving them out on the field to be grown into these monsters. It looks like a normal pumpkin patch.
it looks like they already harvested some.
Yeah.
The wagon's like half full.
who controls the land out here, Bodhi?
I mean, all these lands are part of the village. This is actually Jola and Ziva, they live in the next house back from Rostock. They tend these fields. They help out with the animals some, and they grow pumpkins in the fall, grow wheat in the spring.
I think that for a very long time, your lands have been quite prosperous. Your fields have grown verdant. Your wine is the best in all of the country. And I think that you have the guardian to thank for this.
The spirit.
The spirit. But Father Genevieve told us that he had lost his connection to that spirit. I believe that she was keeping this blight at bay.
That's impossible. The spirit has been in these woods since my family first came here. She's immortal.
No, nothing is immortal.
Not even the gods, Kendry says, looking at you.
Not even the gods.
What now? Do you want to press to the tower?
Yes.
He may be of use. If he is not a cause of this, then he is a wizard who has means of maybe scrying or understanding what is going on.
Kendry looks at the sky. Let's make haste then. The weather turns.
Perhaps he can help us find what we need.
Tommy,
A shower.
Malik just uses a
What
couple
is a
more
shower?
like
Holy
casts
water.
of prestidigitation
Go outside
to
when
like
it's raining.
clean you off as much as possible.
I believe that Iker may have misaligned your chakras. If you allow me to examine,
Certainly.
so I'll lay on hands.
He'll
for,
do Reiki.
for the remaining. Yeah,
You sense
get you up to health.
like
Disturbance. In the
a disturbance,
It's-
something corrupt, as if
14.
he has eaten from flesh.
I'm down 14.
14 it is.
He has tasted of an animal.
You lose your ability to heal.
Unclean.
You broke a vow.
It was one egg.
We're not that much farther. If this is his doing, are we strong enough to face him?
Warning us that we're going into the
Short
final
rest.
battle. I don't think this is his doing, but we won't know until we confront him.
Press. Night will come sooner
Lead the way.
with this
Bodhi.
weather. He continues along the path. Now his bow is out, arrow notched, and he moves quickly but scanning. You can tell, as you could tell from my descriptions of him in battle, that he's a skilled ranger.
Yes.
You're going to edit those in later?
And you guys carry on for probably another hour. The sun hasn't set, but it's dark. You kind of come in and out of forest as you continue along this trail, and that mist just gets heavier, and it almost gets to the point. You ever been in like a fog where it almost feels like it's raining or drizzling,
Yeah.
but there's no real precipitation. It's just so heavy and wet that you just feel like damp. Gradually, the forest gets sparser, and the land starts to kind of rise a bit more broken, kind of scrub. You see like exposed rock, and you come around a corner. The last like copse of trees, you kind of move past it, and to your southeast, the land kind of rises sharply. You see a trail kind of snaking up to it on top of this hill, and you see on top of it a 40-foot round classic stone tower. The top is crenellated, and then halfway up there's kind of like the tower starts thicker, and then there's like a ring of battlements, and then a smaller tower rises up the last 20 feet. You kind of stand at the base of this hill looking up. You can just kind of see the silhouette through the mist, and as you kind of take a few steps up the hill, you start to rise out of the heavier mist, and you see a couple silhouettes. You're now about 100 feet from the base of the tower, and you see as you kind of come out and it thins up, this mist that you're kind of rising, kind of walking through, thins out. You move up and you see these two figures moving across the battlements up top, almost like in unison. these two figures move around the tower to this door in the front. And you get close enough to see the ones on the ground, 8-9 feet tall, skeletons hunched over. They have these long arms that almost reach down to the ground, with 3 claws on each. And above, these skeletal man-sized figures holding bow and arrows move around to the battlements. All 4 of these figures turn to face you, their eyes glowing with pinpoints of red. And that's where we'll stop.
Good guy stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Real good guy stuff.
He's totally a good guy. He's just
lonely.
He's just efficient. Doesn't want to waste it.
Thank you guys so much for coming back and joining us for our favorite time of year, spooky season. In lieu of the plethora of things we often ask you guys to do, just want to make one big announcement and request is that you consider supporting the Nastagram podcast as we go live on Halloween night 2025 on our own damn Patreon. If you like what we do, what we've been doing for almost 5 years, you have the means to spare a few bucks, please go check out our Patreon starting on Halloween night, see the level of support we have available, and the things we are excited to be planning on doing with it. And as always, thank you to Wilhelm Scream for their intro music, Walking with Michael Douglas, and Adrian Von Ziegler for our theme music for this mini arc, Twisted. Thank you guys, and happy Halloween.
That's nasty.